Hey, Shalom, this is Brother Yuan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Watch Elder Manat's Zagba's lesson today earlier on reincarnation, rebuking a few scoffers and the wayward doctrines that they come up with. So I figured I'd make a quick lesson on it. First precept I'm going to read is Revelation 10 and 11. And right, it reads, "And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings." And he was talking to John, telling him this. John died. So if we're going by the Christianity understanding, the Lord must be lying then. No, God forbid, man. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. He's back today, standing in his lot, bringing out the word, edifying the flock. Okay? Now let's go to let me pull it up here. Bear with me. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. All right, it reads, "The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun." So there's no new thing under the sun, man. Are you new? No, of course not. And then it goes on to say that there's no remembrance of former things. When we perish, man, when we sleep, man, it's for a time. We come back every third and fourth generation, like the scriptures say. All right, let's go to 2 Samuel 7 and 12. It says, "And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers," talking to David, said he's going to sleep with his fathers. And he said, "I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom," talking about King Solomon, who also was Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation. Okay, now let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. It says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. You shed this fleshly vessel." All right, because you're not this flesh, you're a spirit. "Then shall the dust return unto the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it." Okay, when we sleep or die, our flesh decays, but our spirit returns unto the Most High. And we're told of our judgment, and then we live out that judgment when we come back upon it. The earth is the place of judgment. All right? To back that up, let's go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. Okay? "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Now, where is this place where wickedness and righteousness are dwelling together in the same abode? It's the earth, man. We live out our judgments here. Right now, because our people are under the curses, we're living in our hell. And our main adversary, Edom, they're living in their heaven. Now, that lake of fire, which, people get all caught up and choked up on it because that's what they've been force-fed through this Catholicism, through Christianity, their whole life. So they think this is how judgment works. No, we live out our judgments. But there is a particular way that the Lord is going to judge the wicked and the place of our captivity in his kingdom. So let's go to Zechariah, the 14th chapter and the 12th verse. All right, it reads, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, the people before the place, as you all know. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." Now, is that a bomb? Because, no, it couldn't be a bomb. When a bomb hits a person, it might rip limbs off and push them, flying back. But for somebody's flesh and their eyes and their tongue to evaporate, there's only one weapon that comes to mind that is capable of doing that. And the Lord put the spirit on the wicked to come up with that, contraption, that concentrated fire, so that it could be used for his purpose in judgment. So that lake of fire isn't a place where you burn and go to forever. We just read in Ecclesiastes 3 and 16 where the place of judgment is. See, the problem with when they when the people that don't have to understand, when they hear this, they have a problem with the Lord's mercy, because in their heads they're like, why would the 2/3 get to come back and enjoy the kingdom when they've been being wicked? And it is disgusting looking at our people in the state that they're in. But that's the role that the Lord gave them in the movie. At the end of the day, if you when we sit back and we really think about it, that's the role that they've been given in the movie. Esau being wicked, that's the role that he was given in the movie. Got to be a bad guy, got to be a good guy, right? But the Lord is going to, uh, all of Israel is going to be saved. They're going to enjoy the kingdom, man. There's going to be a separation from the elect and the 2/3, obviously, but they're going to enjoy the kingdom. This Hebrews 8 and 10. All right, it says, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts." We're going to be giving that heart of flesh instead of that heart of stone, right? We're not going to be able to go off. It's not going to be in our programming. So even when the 2/3 come back, it's not going to be in their programming to still be those wicked niggas that they were being. All right, continuing on. And we're in Hebrews 8 and 10. All right. "And write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord. For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more." Everyone, all of Israel is going to enjoy the kingdom, man. Big portion of our people are going to die and perish and suffer a horrible death on this side, but they're going to be born again through the elect, man, through the seed of the promise. Ephesians 15:51. "Behold, I shew you a mystery. Right in the kingdom." Now, we go to John, the ninth chapter, and I always go to this precept. It was a particular understanding that the disciples had, man. You can't skip over this. But when you try to fit this round peg in a square hole, or this square peg in a round hole, with the Christianity frame of mind, it's a concept that you can't explain or get. But at the end of the day, man, the Lord has to open your understanding. All things were, bestowed upon the Son. So he's the one. If you don't get it, it's because he didn't open your understanding, man. At the end of the day, like Elder Mnasizakba said, the spirit got to be with you to really comprehend these things. All right, John 9 and 1. Okay. "And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth." Remember that, from his birth. Okay. "And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" Now, with the Christianity frame of mind, how would you explain that? I'm pretty sure they would come up with some BS, but really, how can that be explained? Because they're clearly talking about judgment, right? They're saying, okay, this man was born blind. This must be a judgment from the Lord. They didn't mention the devil or anything. Like, they said he was born blind. Who did sin? And the sin means you're transgressing the laws that the Lord has given us. Who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Now, could you do something as a fetus? Nah, couldn't be. So what they're talking about is a prior lifetime. They're talking about judgment and how it works. And notice in verse 3, Yahweh didn't rebuke them and say, oh, you shouldn't think like that. That's not how it works. What did he say? Let's read it. Yahweh answered and said, neither. He said, no, neither one of those are the case. But he didn't dismiss that that's how things work. Yahweh answered, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. He was made blind for the particular purpose of it being made manifest that Yahweh was the Son of God. So all throughout the book, man, it's made very plain how judgment works, how life and death works. But many of our people, man, they can't sober up off of that wine that they've been force fed from this devil. They just can't sober up. So call out Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah that you've been allowed to sober up, that you've been allowed to come out of the funk. Because a lot of the scoffers and people that don't get it, man, it's not like they're not saved. They just don't know how to get out of it. So, yeah, man. Lord willing, it was edifying. Like I said, just a quick lesson. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give all praises once again to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Gonna give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I'm gonna say shalom to all the brothers and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon y'all. Shalom.